Hi. Before I get back into this fight... oops! Spoiler alert! Ha ha ha! Super fun. Any chance I could stay in here? It's quite comfortable between episodes. No? Okay. Let's get to it then. After our battle with the obelisk, we had a nice little party check-in and learned a little bit more about our friend Snøfrid and the Watchful Eye. We developed a clever lie to spin the loss of the obelisk as a positive, claiming that they had ascended after receiving our gift. That seemed to be going well, until the giant bat-riding kobolds we fought in episode 6 showed up after another raid and were none too pleased to meet up with our gang of do-gooders. There was a lot to unpack there. Apparently there was a political conflict between Fearnd, the Bat-Riders' leader, and Garflepax about whether the technology offered to the obelisk should have been kept for the good of their people. Before formal debate could ensue, this dichotomy was chosen to be resolved in the now familiar court of extreme violence, when Fearnd stabbed Garflepax in the back of the neck. Whoa. Hesk took to the skies on the back of a giant bat, Snøfrid conjured one of their trademark smokescreens, and as Snøfrid and I ran for the gates, I triggered Hesk's escape plan with a blast of fire. Escape is not certain, however. Hesk, Leo, and Artemis are still in the heat of skirmish. Okay. I'm ready. I hope.
And welcome to the Jester's Court. My name is Casey Reardon. I am your Dungeon Master, and joining me today, as always, we have Rachel Kordell.
Artemis, Alwyn, Kroft. Yeah.
All right. Yes, indeed. We have Andrew Frost.
Hey, I play Leo, and I still haven't thought of anything creative since last week's episode.
Oh my god.
Fair enough. We have Seth Coveyou.
And I play Barnabus Fletch. Yeah.
Just kidding! The boy wizard wonder, baby! He's back in the building!
There he is!
Wall of sound.
Wow, that's a brick.
Yeah, a lovely brick of sound. I love it. All right, we have Sky Swanson.
Bratha, Smite Town, Hesk.
Ooh, Smite Town. I do like Smite Town.
Ah, yeah.
And we have Jonas Tintenseher.
Gotta have fun with it.
Listen, at this point, I gave up.
No, it's good. You gotta try something
Not
new
gonna
every
reach
time.
it.
Keep trying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll get
Have
there
hope.
eventually.
Snøfrid of Åsbrush, a bashful spy telling thoughtful lies to the watchful eye.
Oh my god!
I can't believe you just improvised that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally improv.
That's so good.
I was gonna have someone roll a d8 to pick which one I read off my list, but that one seemed perfect for last episode.
God,
so.
you have
Fair enough.
Casey, by doing your enunciation joke, you actually got kind of close.
God damn it.
Tell him that.
No,
I
it's
appreciate
funny
these.
because
Every time Casey gets close, he psychs himself out. It's true.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
it's going to go completely the opposite direction.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, last time we left you all in the middle of combat. You had just come out of the cave, told Garflepax that everything was fine. He agreed. Yeah, no, that's great. The one person who didn't really agree was Fearnd, who just came back from another raid, and he stabbed Garflepax. He started this fight, I suppose. And combat has started to ensue. We are currently on round 2, and we are starting with Leo, unsurprisingly.
Alrighty.
You are currently within this fog cloud that has been cast by Snøfrid. You can't see much.
Maneuver my way out of the fog.
Okay.
Having seen them taken off, I assume that just going straight from where I was would put me in a good spot.
Yeah, definitely.
And Fearn, how is he positioned in the air right now?
He is about 60 feet up from you. Based off of where you have just moved yourself out of the fog cloud, you are kind of more underneath him than being able to see him. So you can see more the bat that's flying than you can see him.
The bat pack is a little bit separate from him as well, correct?
Yes. He is a little bit off from the bat pack. Probably about maybe 10, 15 feet or so. They are all still flying at about 60 feet up, though.
Okay. So from my angle, I guess I wouldn't be able to see his quiver.
No.
But would I be able to see the bag?
The bag that is attached to the bat? Yes. This bag, for those of you who might not remember from last week, contains some tech that they had just brought back from a raid.
I'm guessing we should try to preserve that tech. But I do have bomb arrows left. Let me roll for it.
Go for it. Nah, just blow them out of the sky.
Odds, yeehaw. Evens, I'll think more carefully. 19, baby! Yeah!
All right.
Yes!
Alright, I will take one of my last remaining arrows and let it loose at the bag.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
22 to hit.
22 definitely hits. So you hit the bag, dealing piercing damage to it first. You do 1d6 plus your dex piercing damage.
So that would be 9 damage piercing.
Okay, so you pierce the bag, and these pieces of tech just start falling out of the bag right before it explodes. So the bat
Nice.
and Fearn are both going to have to make dexterity saving throws. It's got a pretty decent dex. It's a flying bat. Oh, that's a natural one.
Hey!
That bat's...
Fearn got a 7. They both fail. All right, so that's going to be 2d6 fire damage to each of them.
Oh boy. 9.
9.
Nice.
All
That's pretty
right.
good for 2d6.
I'll take it. Honestly.
So he is going to need to make another save. I'll call it another dexterity saving throw to not just completely fall off of the bat here.
I was hoping to face him in the air, but I would love to see him fall. Oh? Oh? did he
6.
fall? Oh!
So
Works 100% of the time, 20% of the time.
as you shoot this arrow, you hit the bag and it just tears through. Bits of scrap metal and other pieces of tech start raining down onto the ground. You can hear them clatter, and then all of a sudden there is this loud boom as the firework arrow that you just shot explodes. The bat starts to barrel roll, tossing Fearn off of it as he gets singed and starts to fall. Roll another 66 from that 60
Oh,
foot
come
foot
on,
falling.
baby.
Phew, it's raining tech. Hallelujah.
Dude, that's so awesome.
28 points of damage.
Whoa!
28 points of damage.
That's really high.
I had like 2
So he-
6s, a 5, and then like
That's-
3s.
Amazing. All right, so he falls down along with all of this tech and slams into the ground, igniting the rest of his quiver and exploding outward in a 10-foot radius, which is going to hit you, actually. 12 is a success. You don't take any damage.
Nice.
Wow.
Man, it's a good thing this is an audio-only podcast because the sweat on my brow right now.
I just like that we ended on this intense cliffhanger with like an army of bad riders and this horrifying kobold gang leader. And then we're like 5 minutes into the new session, we're just, he's dead.
He's instantly dead.
I guess we don't know that he's dead yet.
That's fair. There is this massive explosion around him, though, and the fireball almost lifts him off the air slightly, and he just back down again with a slap. And he does not seem to be moving.
Oh.
Slaps the ground like a wet noodle.
I will walk over, hold the head up to show the kobolds.
Oh my god.
The obelisk protects.
Hi.
Make a persuasion roll with advantage. Or intimidation.
Yeah.
I'll let you roll either, because it sounds like
I'm
it
gonna
could
say
go
persuasion's my better
either way.
stat.
Persuasion's your bag? All right.
18.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
All of the guards who started pulling out their bows from the wall lower them. And you can hear some people, the guards who are still within the fog cloud, heard the massive explosion. They can't really see what's going on, but everyone who saw what just happened just starts cheering.
Wow.
Man, I can't wait to die again. For real this time.
Fiend is dead, so Artemis, you're up.
Okay.
Are we done?
So, yeah, I guess what's the read on the room? I mean, I'm in a smoke cloud, so do I?
You can hear cheering from outside, but...
Huh.
And you heard probably about 3 massive explosions.
This dude that is wrapped in my whip here, is he struggling? Like, what's he doing? What's his...
He's also in the fog cloud. You can feel him, yes, moving still.
I think I'm gonna just move out of this cloud.
Okay.
Towards where Snøfrid and Barnabus were moving to.
Oh, hey!
Hi! I guess I'll end my turn on that. I don't know if combat is something I want to continue.
You see 2 of the Bat Riders look at each other and then just fly off. They full retreat out of the area. They want nothing to do with this anymore. Fully intimidated by the massive explosion that Leo just caused. And they also don't feel like they would probably have a great welcome here if they just gave up. So they just fully fly away.
Fair.
The remaining 3, one of them currently just having been chomped by Hesk, is a little bit more invested in this fight.
A little bit.
And the one on the ground, still in the fog cloud, not having seen what went on, is maintaining their combat here, as well as another one of the flying riders. So, first off, we're going to start with the one that has just been bitten by Hesk. He is going to try and move away from you, so you will get an attack of opportunity against him,
Okay.
if you would like, or the bat. You can choose either or.
I'm actually not gonna take it, because I think I can intimidate these guys next round into just giving up.
Sure. He backs off, maybe slightly confused at the fact that you didn't try and swing at him while the bat was turning around, but he turns back and lets loose an arrow toward...
Don't hit me, don't hit me. Ugh, if this misses, then this will be, like, way cooler.
It very well might. It's only a 13.
Does not hit.
Hess,
I like to imagine Hess just whips his sword and just deflects it.
It just veers off course, falling down to the ground and exploding harmlessly out of everyone else's reach.
Thank God it didn't hit the women and children.
Yeah, I was about to say,
right?
it hits a woman and a child.
Oh no! And then the other one, who was not in combat with you before, is going to let loose an arrow at Snøfrid.
Oh, okay.
Attempting to hit Barnabus, Artemis, and Snøfrid all at once.
Yeah, right.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Why do you hate me? Okay, but that means it doesn't
I don't-
explode, right?
No,
no?
that's not what that means. 11 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws. Barnabus, Artemis, and Snøfrid, as you are all within 5 feet of each other.
Let's do it, baby.
Non-natural 20.
I got 21.
I got a 9. Can I cast shield as a reaction?
It's a saving throw, so you can, but it will not help you.
Can I cast shield for no reason?
Yes, 18 fire damage. Those who succeeded will take only 9, and Artemis, you take only 4.
Is that because they crit?
Yes.
Would the crit apply to a save, though?
Apparently.
And then it's the one who's in the fog cloud, who is going to step out of the fog cloud in the direction that Leo was. Sees his dead leader, Feared.
Head just held up.
Yeah. Sees Leo holding up his head. He's just gonna drop the spear and hands up, because he doesn't have a bat to get on since Hesk took it. So,
Yeah.
Hesk, it is your turn.
Hesk turn. Okay, Hesk is flying. The one guy missed with the arrow. I'm just saying Hesk didn't see his friends get absolutely demolished by the other arrow on the ground.
Yep.
Otherwise, he would probably change what he was doing. But anyway, he looks at them standing on top of the bat like a badass.
Oh, you gotta make that animal handling check.
Oh, God.
Hesk stands up, like grinning to give the line, and then just right over the side.
The bat just drops out of the sky for no reason. Ah! Okay, I'm rolling a physical dice. 19 on the die
All
for
right.
21.
It'll do exactly what
the
you want
bat
to.
throws its wings out. Hesk is standing there, and he just looks at both of them, and he says to them,
Your god has abandoned you, and my god is very powerful. Surrender now. Your people need you more than I need you dead.
Nice.
All right, yeah, I'll give you advantage for that.
"Woohoo!"
Especially
All right.
I've
take
never
it.
been so simultaneously inspired and threatened by someone.
Yeah, that's
no,
kinda
it's great.
That's kind of Hess' MO. That I'm really riding that like thin line of like, is he threatening me?
Why do I feel so good about it?
So 16. Come on, baby. Come on, give us
The two of them both look to each other and lower their bows.
Yes.
All right, we are out of combat
We did that with minimal death. That's nice.
with minimal
pretty good.
death. Yeah,
I want to roleplay the explosion that hit us since we didn't get back to my turn.
sure.
So the three of us are charging out of the fog cloud, just like, Snøfrid comes out first, and then Barnabus and Artemis are running along behind. What I'm visualizing is Fern comes down with the explosion, we hear Leo, and like Barnabus and Artemis like slow down a little bit to like a jog as they like turn and see the giant explosion. But Snøfrid is like galloping on her way out, so even if she wanted to slow down, she couldn't. And then as she starts to realize her friends are no longer running with her, she turns around and there's just this, like an arrow coming right at her face, smacks into, explodes, and I'm like, it didn't actually do it, but like Snøfrid is knocked fully off of her feet and like tumbles to the ground and is scorched and singed and very badly hurt. And also, I made my concentration saves, but I'm going to drop it and say that I'd failed them.
Fair enough.
Nice.
So the fog cloud just
That's
like, as
very great.
Snøfrid gets launched off her feet, and the fog cloud just...
Hesk will, if you'll allow me, just land the bat.
You're fine landing the bat. The other two riders also land alongside of you, and they... you can see some of the other kobold and goblinoid guards making their way over towards the ones who have surrendered and just taking their weapons from them.
Hesk will basically, he gets off of the bat, he goes to Leo, and he just simply looks at him and goes,
Very well done.
and he like clasps you on the shoulder. And I don't know if you three see it, but Hesk actually like glares at the three of you because you guys were leaving the combat, and in Hesk's vision basically left Leo and I by ourselves in order to do this fight, but he's not saying anything right now. Instead, he turns to Garflepax and he strides over to him, bleeding himself, and he touches himself with cure wounds, almost as if like a show of him healing himself. And I just heal myself for like 5, but it closes all of the wounds and everything as he approaches. Is Garflepax on his feet at this point?
I think he is sitting down. You see 2 of the guards standing at attention next to him. One of them is sort of trying to tend to his wounds as much as he can.
I have put away my weapon and I offer Garflepax a hand.
He reaches out and grabs it.
As I'm pulling him up, I just say, Bratha. And again, more lay on hands, another 3 hit points channeled into him to heal any more wounds that he has gotten.
And as you're pulling him up, you can definitely feel like he's really using you for support, but as the energy is channeled into him, he starts standing more of his own strength. And he says, Thank you, Hesk. Thank all of you. I did not realize that there was dissent in my encampment. If there is anything I can do for all of you. And he's mostly looking at you, Hesk.
Yes, I gesture to all my companions. And like,
We are happy that we can help you restore order to your village, and that you were able to defeat these insurrection, if it will, so handily, without the loss of too much life.
Hesk kneels down, so they're like eye to eye at this point. That way, then he's more looking at him as an equal. And Hesk has been like this intimidating figure this whole time, but he sort of like shows I don't know if it's really a softer side, but a more like understanding side. And he starts speaking to him.
The strength in your conviction is commendable. You have shown great piousness and great faith in this obelisk that you have prayed to. but it has caused harm to your people and has caused harm to people beyond your village. It is time for you all to change your ways. It is time for you to find a new god.
He takes a moment, kind of still dazed from the fight and being stabbed in the back of the neck, and he looks at you and says, "The obelisk was never our god. It was a gift from our god. He came almost a year ago now and delivered the obelisk onto us. For what purpose I am not too sure, but perhaps you are right. My people have not been doing quite well, but I think that we will need to think on where we head next. Please, if there is anything we can do for you before you go."
I loved that scene. I love the idea of like when he started talking about like a cutscene plays out and it's like somebody giving them the obelisk. We can't see who it is. Like, oh, that gave me like chills right there when he was talking about that.
Leo's gonna, kind of approach Hesk from the back as they're having this conversation. Just give him a pat. Be like, if we're not gonna have a feast for the obelisk, let's have a feast to new beginnings then.
Oh, that's so great.
Yes.
That sounds like a good idea.
I agree. Everyone, the obelisk has ascended, and I know that some of you may feel as Fyrnd had, that it has not helped us, that it has only brought misery. I still believe that the obelisk will bring us prosperity in its new ascension. We must be patient, but I do not believe that tech is what will bring us prosperity. I think that might be what the obelisk was trying to teach us. That is why we must give the tech away to the obelisk, to have him take it with him in his ascension. So, we will no longer be a civilization of technology and pillaging. We will try our best to bring about a different type of energy. And we will feast tonight. And everybody starts cheering, and you can see a bunch of them start getting to work, preparing this feast. You can see some of them heading out of the gates that have now been blown open. And they're going out into the fields to collect different fruits and different grains and such to start prepping the meal itself. They have some pens of different animals, livestock and such that they keep, and you can see them starting to collect them to start preparing this feast for all of you. And for the survival of Garflepax himself as well. And so the feast is prepared. You are more than welcome to stay for it if you like. If you would prefer to leave beforehand, leave them to their own devices. That is also fair. What would you like to do?
I mean, out of character, I feel very bad joining in this, feast, because it's based on a lie. However, I guess I'll read the room for what the rest of the party is doing and kind of just, go along awkwardly if we stay.
Hesk wants to stay.
As does Leo.
I still have a hit point. I'm not technically dying.
Hesk will heal you.
Oh, dear God, Snøfrid, what
I am
happened?
in a lot of pain.
Snøfrid, I give you 10 hit points.
10? Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Okay, I'm feeling better.
Hey, on the bright
I
side, you
feel
didn't
better.
die. That's pretty
When he
good.
does it, though, he doesn't really say anything to you. He just kind of comes over, says a quick prayer, you feel yourself heal for 10.
Snøfrid stumbles to her feet. The core that I have currently in a jar full of spirit stone water, it's not going to last too long. Could I maybe keep it... If we stayed for this feast, would I maybe need to give it some extra power? Like if I put a spell slot into it?
Sorry, just about it. Fireball. Wow, no!
Oh, jeez.
Fireball in a jar?
Yeah.
You do know that spirit stones in general can hold magical charges. It
Right.
would be possible to make it last longer by adding spell slots into it. You're not necessarily sure what spell slot equates to how long, though.
It felt like we were going to need to go straight to the laboratory, or else it would lose power and die before that.
Yes.
How far away is the laboratory?
It's like a couple hours, right?
Maybe about 2.
What? It's like evening right now, or is it like afternoon, or is it still the morning?
It's probably early evening. The sun has yet to set, but it is getting there.
To go and return, we'd probably miss the meal if we
Right.
did that, right?
Well, that's the other question. Is like, yeah, how long is it going to take to prep the meal? Because it's a big feast, it's a big celebration.
It'll probably take a little while for them to cook everything. You notice, like, as they're prepping stuff, it doesn't seem like they are organizing courses. When something is done, people are partaking.
I find a corner.
I heal Barnabas.
You okay, buddy?
Oh, my tears hurt.
So no.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, it was such a huge explosion.
Oh, yeah. I got a little tinnitus, I ain't gonna lie.
I gotta get up before a lizard stares at me.
He already is, buddy. Don't worry.
Oh, is it a bad stare?
Leo looks over, sees it's a bad stare.
It's a bad stare.
Depends on how you look at it.
It's so much pain. This was completely avoidable.
Is it everything, though?
Oh, you just wanted to hit people. That's what you wanted to do.
I help Barnabas to his feet. Are you feeling okay?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did you get hit by that?
Yes.
I don't know how to put this, but it felt like half of my life went away.
I want to say, as just real fast, as someone who was standing right next to you, I feel like I wouldn't have just left you on the ground.
Nah.
I think it's funny that you did.
We've established it. Yeah.
Feast, everybody! It's feast.
Feast.
Oh,
Alright.
where's Barnabas?
All right, it'll be very distracted by the situation, and then those sounds happen, and then Snøfrid comes over and helps up Barnabas.
I was imagining you all were getting up.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I
as
thought.
I was talking to him.
That's fair. You just needed a breather.
Simultaneous events.
Yeah, right. So
That's
like, I think
fine.
you probably did pick up Barnabas. I was at 1 hit point. So
Gotcha.
I was
Fair,
fully
fair.
conked out on the ground,
All right, fair. Okay.
an inch away from death.
I think I look visually singed, but I'm really not as hurt
You're
as
so much
anyone
better.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're way better off.
Yeah, I look okay. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry that hurt you.
I think Snøfrid is like socially awkward enough and kind of wanted to leave in the first place. I can just go and make
Here.
my way back.
Artemis looks around and sees everyone, like, kind of, not verbally, but agreeing that they're going to stay, but sees Snøfrid with kind of this, disconcerting...
I'm doing the like clopping
Yeah.
hooves thing and like
You're-
checking, kind of patting my saddlebags.
They're tell that they want to go, and I'll walk over and say, are you not looking to stay?
We have a passenger who is in dire need of attention.
Yes. Frankly, I'm not entirely comfortable feasting on a lie. I'd be willing to go with you if you wanted to take care of that.
Snøfrid smiles and calms down a bit. I wouldn't want to take you away from the festivities, but if you,
do not feel comfortable being here for them.
then we have an accord. I need to stealthily. I do still need the gold.
I mean, didn't you keep it?
Yeah, we never split it.
We
from the
never
cave,
split
so I
it. You
assume
just
have
kept it.
Well, it was like I didn't want to use that gold if possible because it's like
Fancy? Yeah.
I don't think anybody said that we split it. I think we all assumed you just kept it.
Don't we just get 40 anyway, if split evenly?
Yeah, we have 5 people, so 40.
Yeah. So yeah, you basically have most of your share.
So I'll just spend my so we're good.
Where are you guys going?
We're going to Barnabas. You should really stay. You're very hurt and
Hungry.
you need to eat. Hesk is right. You need to grow.
I was hungry before they broke my ribs.
We'll be back before the sun.
Now I
is-
just have the taste of blood in my mouth.
I'm just gonna throw another healing word at Barnabas, and just be like, and the word will literally be Barnabus, you're okay.
Yeah, I almost mentioned when Artemis said, "I'm sorry that hurt you so bad," and then she just turns around and doesn't heal him.
Okay.
It's like, I'm sorry that hurt you. Anyway.
Well, okay, I'll have healed you then. I don't know.
Part of the fucking chorus of just like Hess turns and sees that we were like almost to the gate.
There's a lot going on.
Fucking cowards. Ugh. And then, like turns back and like does his speech thing, and I'm like, okay. And then Artemis just is like, that looks like it hurt. Yeah.
Well, you got 8 from my healing word, so take it.
All right, so it sounds like Hesk and Leo are definitely staying. Snøfrid and Artemis are definitely leaving. Barnabus?
I am not invited to either group. I'll go in the mountains and live a safer life.
You are implicitly invited to stay to feast.
I'm gonna go with Snøfrid and Artemis.
Okay.
Because I don't wanna be here anymore.
I don't like how we're like Hesk obviously didn't voice it yet, but like Hesk is like, those 3 abandoned us, and now they're leaving forever.
Oh yeah.
I don't like this, but okay.
Well, I don't think we would just leave without saying anything.
No.
That was going to be my question. Is you guys, if you guys do leave without saying anything, I would definitely
changes a lot of how we feel.
Issues.
Oh,
No. I Snøfrid would like with Barnabas and Artemis saying they want to accompany her. Snøfrid would come over to you guys when Garfelpax and everyone has kind of pushed away and the feast is beginning. Is like
team meeting.
I know I do actually I'm kind of hungry and in a lot of pain, but we have the thing. We have to get it back to the chamber. So, stay and celebrate if you like, and we'll be back as soon as we can.
I don't know about him, but I'll save you guys plates. Don't worry. Just go take care of it.
Thank you.
There's like a role play that I want to do, but I feel like it might be too mean for
Do
Hesk.
it.
No.
Do it.
Well, hold on. If it's too mean for Hesk, like do what the character would. But like, absolutely, if you got something mean to say to me,
I mean, it's more just is this too mean for Sky?
Snøfrid is looking at you with wide-eyed, open eyes, and she understands that like there's kind of a thing there, even if she doesn't have super good insight. So like, Snøfrid is kind of like visually pleading with you. So please hit me.
Okay, yeah. Hesk understands that you got to get that thing to safety. He's not an idiot, he doesn't have like negatives in intelligence or whatnot.
Just Dex.
But Hesk just looks at you and he's still like mad that he saw you all fleeing the fight. It's not that you were running from a fight, it's that you were running from your companions. And he just sort of looks at you and he's just like,
You would so readily abandon your faith, and now your friends as well? Very well. I will see you later, then.
I look up at Snøfrid.
Leo does that thing where he makes a fist and bites his finger.
It's again what your parents are arguing at the sleepover.
Wow.
Sky, does Hesk like then turn and walk away, or does he like kind of wait for a response?
Hesk is pretty like, he's not one to like turn away. I think he's standing there like expecting you to respond or like say something. He knows that you usually have justification for your actions and whatnot.
Because the one like abandoning your friends she can explain pretty easily, and the other one is like it's so interesting, this moment, because it's not even really like obviously to her it wasn't a faith she abandoned. She had her faith the whole time, but Hesk doesn't know that. So as much as she mentally is like, that's not how that works, she knows that to Hesk this is a meaningful moment, and that still hurts because he cares about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I think, actually I know exactly what happens. Snøfrid's expression, which was already kind of sad, falls, and she looks around at Artemis and Barnabas, and then she kind of collects herself and hooves Klopp a little bit, and then she says, Sir Hesk, I would never abandon you. And then in perfect Draconic says, Kefon Herazin Bratha.
Oh, I love it!
Pats him on the shoulder and like looks at Barnabas and Artemis, makes sure they're still with her, and starts to move out of the cave.
As you like put his hand on his shoulder, Bratha almost like religiously just responds, "Brathas," and he like clasps his chest slightly, and he walks away. And as far as like, yeah, that's cool. That you're good. That was awesome. Yes.
Wait.
Oh my! How long have you been sitting on that language?
The whole time.
Love it.
I always pick Draconic as one of my spare languages.
It's
And then
great.
Sky was like, I'm gonna make up a bunch of phrases Draconic, and that's what's like, I gotta write these down.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
exactly.
such a cool moment later.
Love it.
Jonas was always messaging me afterwards. I was like, "This is gonna come back somehow." Oh, that was so good.
I love playing with you guys. The role play is just always so good. But anyway, we'll jump. We'll start off with the feast.
I think that was inspiration worthy for Jonas. I'm gonna put the ticket out there.
We even done
well-
inspiration this campaign?
I don't.
We have
think
not
so.
yet. No.
No. Wow.
We will
The
talk
bar
about
There
it.
have been a lot of good moments.
There
The
that
bar
have
is
been.
so high.
That felt heavy. That was a big weight.
It certainly was.
That was
I'm shaking a little
good.
bit right now.
That was hype.
All right, Jonas and Sky are both going to get an inspiration.
Yeah, I'll take it. I was
fair.
just like for Jonas. That was awesome.
No, I think both of you deserve it for that. So those of you who are at the feast, Snøfrid, Barnabus, and Artemis all head through the gate, and you see some kobolds kind of watching you as you go. Some of them try and get you to stay, but after just saying no, we have to go, they let you go. They want you to stay, but if you have other things to do, they're not going to stop you. But for Leo and Hesk, as I said before, the feast isn't very formal. As soon as something is ready, it is brought out and people are just going at it. They are enjoying it. There isn't really a set table or anything like that. There are several places all around the encampment. They don't have really any big buildings. It's all these hovels. So most of what they're eating, they eat while standing up, while chatting. It's almost like, almost kind of like a dinner party where you're just talking and having like a slice of pizza or something as you're chatting and having a beer or whatever.
Oh my god, do they have
Okay.
pizza?
I like that.
They don't have pizza.
Oh, man.
They have calzones.
Oh, we should have led with that.
You guys missed out.
You guys, I don't know. You might not get plates. I might eat them.
So you're all eating your calzones. You're eating your calzones. People are chatting.
calzones.
Some people come up to you, Hesk, and they're like asking what you meant about trying to find another god. They're like, they're not really necessarily curious about finding one, but want to know sort of what you meant by that, because they don't necessarily feel betrayed by their god. So they are kind of curious as to what you meant. You can go into what you to say about that, but
I don't think that we need to go super deep into it because we've already
Sure.
done a bunch of other stuff. But I was just gonna raise the point that Hesk would the whole time be like trying to, get into people's ears about change and about how the god has provided for him, provided for his people. And especially if he can get Garflepax's ear as well. He gets Garflepax's ear and is just like talking it up about change, about faith, about the conviction behind it, hoping to like maybe convert some of them, if not all of them.
So, talking to Garflepax, you talk about conviction of faith, and he is very on board with you there. But when you try and divert the conversation over towards change and how change is a great deity to follow, he doesn't really respond as well to that. He considers it to be kind of counterproductive to what you were saying before, because you had just praised him for conviction of faith, and then you're trying to get him to change his faith. You don't feel like you're going to convince Garflepax. He is very devout to his god.
Okay, then.
However, some of the other kobolds definitely seem interested in change. They like a lot of the ideas that you give to them about how every day can be different. Every day is something to be manipulated by you, by humanity, humanoid kind. I think you genuinely confront a few of them, at the very least.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, I mean,
We solved one political schism, and you've just started a religious
Oh yeah,
schism.
no,
Congratulations.
Hesk fully understands this. And then the second thing that I'd like to find Horace.
Okay, yeah, you find Horace. Leo, would you like to be there for this?
Yeah, Leo,
Yes,
you want to
but-
do something?
Before we get to that, what tech fell out of that bag?
It all got blown to high heaven,
That's very fair.
but
Never mind.
you see that there are some scrap pieces. Make a tech check for me to try and figure
will
out like
do.
what they might have been from.
All my luck ran out. That's 6.
Yeah, you're not really sure. You see that there are some gears there, some wire cords and things like that, but not sure.
I'm gonna take him anyway. I'm sure Snøfrid could find something to do with him.
Sure, yeah, definitely. And then the two of you make your way over to Horace.
Horace, I'm glad to see that you survived the battle.
Yeah, well, you seem to handle it pretty well, I guess.
And Hesk will get to one knee in front of him.
Oh, okay. Should I kneel?
No, that way then we could
okay.
talk as equals.
Oh, okay.
Leo's also gonna kind of
Yeah,
like
Leo.
Slav squat.
Horace, I'd like to offer you the chance to come with us. You've proven yourself a noble companion, and will not feel the same without you now. Will you ride in my bag?
That's awfully kind of you, Hesk.
Don't you break my heart?
But I think I got a lot of thinking to do. Just there's a lot going on here. In general, the wife has been asking me to spruce up the hovel
Hesk
anyway.
gets up and he storms away.
What? What'd I say?
He's very much an open marriage kind of guy. You don't worry about it. But
I didn't say I didn't have a husband too, but all right.
Oh, good on
Change-
you. Good on
I don't know
you.
if Change likes monogamy.
Change is fine with monogamy. They just don't like long-term relationships. Just gotta have a lot of
gotcha. Yeah.
It's all about wild parties.
Honestly, here we're just really just one big orgy, but
Oh, that's
we have emotional companions, and then it's just orgies for sex. But
that's fair.
This is an amazing community.
Good on you guys.
Let's unpack this progressive society.
This is actually just a kobold utopia.
Aside from the killing people for technology, great group.
Hesk will come back after he's blown off some steam. And
okay, he does some dancing in a barn.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's some great shots of Hesk just losing himself in a crowd, dancing,
got
just
me.
carries away. He comes back later, a little drunk, and he kneels once again. The scene exactly the same as before.
Oh, hey again.
Are you sure I cannot convince you otherwise?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure there's some stuff that's probably gotta be done here. I would think.
Hesk will embrace him and just simply say,
I will miss you, little lizard. May change be with you.
I'll miss you too, big guy. Change be with you too, I guess.
he squeezes a little tighter as he converts another person. Man, I was going to use my inspiration immediately to try and roll that persuasion check. I'm going to miss Horace.
Come back and visit.
I will.
Horace, for what it's worth, buddy, and he's still in that Slav squat position. I am very sorry that I was so rude to you and so loud and aggressive. As you've probably heard me state multiple times, I've died on more than one occasion in the last couple days, and I'm a little stressed out, understandably. The guy who brought me back from death, a majority of those times, was Hesk. With, of course, help from your Artemis. She's a great help with that too. But I was not good to you, and I apologize.
Yeah, I'm glad you came back, Leo. It's a shame Billy, Susie, Gary, and Linda from when you ruthlessly murdered them will never come back. But I'm glad you're here.
That means a lot to me, actually. Thank you.
I've changed, Horace.
And Leo's just gonna, pat him on the head, get up,
Right.
wipe away a tear, and then go towards the nearest keg.
Hesk is already there, and he gets you an ale as well. We have a good cry on each other's shoulders. We're cheering to Horace.
He's a good guy.
I'm not dead.
We'll never forget him.
The gate is literally always open now. Cutting back over to Snøfrid, Artemis, and Barnabus, you trek your way through the woods, making your way to where you had found the Spirit Stone previously, along that river and waterfall. You make your way into the cave through the tech door that has been broken open at the computer, with the screens dark as the wires have been disconnected from when Hesk tried to reattach them to the tank. It's quiet except for the rushing water. What would you like to do?
But it was about a 2-hour walk this way, right?
Yeah, around there.
So Snøfrid is still very shaken from just the entire day so far, and probably would not have said much. So if there's anything you guys wanted to talk about, we could throw it back to that scene.
If you're not saying anything, unless Barnabas is saying anything, I don't think Artemis is inclined to really talk that much either. So I guess I'll wait for, Seth, would Barnabas say anything?
I don't know. I keep thinking about what Hess said. Did we choose wrong? I mean...
Choose wrong to...
Well, to escape. There was obviously some sort of political turmoil that we weren't around for or even knowledgeable of, and Snøfrid was right. Why would we involve ourselves in it? That's just... It wasn't our place. I know you threw a healing word to our friend and, just to stabilize him, but
I mean, for what it's worth, I wasn't actually trying to run away. I saw you guys in this direction, and there was a cloud, and I moved towards you. So... Yes. I feel bad because that's what he saw, was me running away, but I feel it's something I can clarify later if I really need to.
Yeah, just the turmoil of the scene. Suddenly there's bats in the air and a giant cloud.
I honestly just couldn't stay on the grounds that this whole feast, that whole, moment happened because we lied to them, and I feel weird.
I know.
Celebrating with them?
Yes.
On a lie that we made? I don't mind staying in a good relationship with them, but...
Well, a lie that we crafted to protect them, mostly. As much as we're caring for Ambience now, their means and purposes were violent and malignant to the current state of affairs. That's just without question. They had to be stopped. Maybe not killed, but stopped.
Well, yes, of course, and, I can't really see that situation having gone better, and I guess it kind of goes by the fact that, Hesk isn't the only one who believes in change. I believe in change as well, and I also believe in the power of change and how it can influence people. And I don't agree using that power to, to lie. We made a change, and I don't agree with it being not truthful.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I just felt so useless.
Snøfrid just pats Barnabas' shoulder and nods, and without saying anything, just kind of like, Snøfrid's been there too.
I blew up the gate, but it's only because our friend put the arrow there. Well, probably a whole quiver of arrows by the side of the explosion.
Yeah, he definitely seemed to not expect this to go as well as it did.
I just hope we didn't hurt our friend.
Perhaps we need a deeper conversation with him later.
Oh, but they did the bro arm thing, and I...
Well...
But no, we should talk. We should talk about how we work together as a group, because there seems to be some miscommunication.
I agree.
I'm sorry you took the brunt of that, Snøfrid. It was more than just you.
So Snøfrid, definitely wouldn't have said anything until she was actually addressed. And she kind of looks at Barnabas and like kind of tilts her head a little bit. The gears in her head got stuck a couple lines back. So with her face and body language, she responds to what you just said and is like thanking you, like I appreciate that, it's not only. But what comes out of her mouth is, I think sometimes we forget that whether or not we believe, the gods have their own plans. And that's when, like, as we're like kind of cresting and see the tunnel. And
Nice.
That's beautifully said, friend. Incredibly vague, but wait, do you have a moment to unpack? Oh, wait, here. Okay.
I'm in a vague booking mood.
And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh,
That's a
no.
good place to end it. But it still hurts.
I like the
does
idea of it like fading to black, and like as it's fading to black, you just hear Barnabas' voice being, "That's incredibly vague." And then credits roll. You know, like we
Beautiful, but incredibly vague.
It's like, meanwhile, at the camp,
I
Sweet
also,
Caroline.
So Seth, you said the line, "I hope we didn't hurt him too bad." All I could imagine was a smash cut to Leo and Hesk just like drunkenly singing with a bunch of kobolds.
Beautiful. Well, does anyone have anything they'd like to plug before we leave for the week?
Oh God, do I have the emotional capacity? I can't even. Yeah. Come check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/Majora's Rose.
Majora's Rose.
I'm TINTENSEHER on YouTube, on Twitch, and also now on itch.io, where I've been publishing short RPGs and adjacent things. Check me out.
Check out
pretty
those
nifty.
free games.
I've done some sleuthing. I know what they're up to. It's pretty cool stuff.
Go ahead and check out Apom Plays. That's where I play Apricot Brandy III. He is a lovely fox tinkerer in the wonderful world of Root. I think that campaign's probably going to be over by the time this is released, so you can binge the whole thing. Also, check out Blue Hundreds on YouTube. I play a detective who gets caught by a bunch of bank robbers. It's a lot of fun. I mean, not for him, but to watch. So go watch that on YouTube.
Nicely said.
Nice. Do you like this podcast?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, I can hear you guys, but like, I don't know if anyone's listening.
Oh no! How can we fix that, Seth?
We could get reviews and ratings on the Apple Podcast app.
Wow.
Surely
that's a good idea.
that's too much power. No mere listener could accomplish that.
They just let anyone do it. You could just do
Anyone?
it. Yeah,
Anyone can leave a review?
Anyone could leave a review.
Even
it's
me?
amazing. Even you, Sky. Although that would.
No, you're on
Yeah,
the show. You don't get
kinda
that.
do.
But everyone else.
Yeah, everybody else.
Yeah.
What about
Take
me?
the power which you yield. Use it. Inform us. Talk to us on social media. We have social media. Please.
We're there constantly.
Send us a message. Say hello.
We're very lonely people.
I like
We
that.
are.
I
We'll
like
give
that.
you,
Wizard
we might
guy.
even give you a shout out if you're cool enough.
You're such
Maybe.
a cool guy.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be Jake.
Yay.
Maybe you'll be the next Jake.
Maybe you'll be the next
Yeah,
Jake.
maybe you'll be the.
Look at
Do
that.
you want to be the next Jake?
2 episodes in a row, buddy. We
You know
got
what?
you in.
Shout out to Caitlin. Hey,
Hey.
Caitlin, good
Oh.
job.
Big shout out.
Big shout out,
That's my
Caitlin.
girl.
I feel like I
She's the only person who's left a review to date, so
That's
get
not
on
true.
there, y'all.
That's
Yeah.
No,
another
somebody
review.
else left a review at this
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
All right. Never mind.
She's the first
I
person
take it
to
back.
leave a review.
The first person to leave a review. So go do that. And maybe you'll also get a shout out, because I don't know who the other person is. Seth, do you?
Nope, I can't read.
Yeah.
We're gonna find
Leave a
out.
review
maybe
and
next
we'll-
episode.
we'll look it up.
Hello, who knows? We don't know.
All right. Sky, you got anything?
Nope.
Andrew?
Nah.
All right, then. That's the end of our episode, and we will see you in court next week, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.